Talking with Words.
Welcome back to Talking with Words. You're here with Rob.
Sally.
Taylor.
Cameron.
And Ryan.
And tonight we're going to watch Sally and Cameron finally fight. Fist to
Heyo.
fist.
It's about damn time.
Instead of that, we're going to watch Longlegs, the recent Nicolas Cage movie, described as: in pursuit of a serial killer, an FBI agent uncovers a series of occult clues that she must solve to end his terrifying killing spree. How's that sound?
It sounds amazing.
Okay.
It's Nicolas Cage.
The mic's right there if you want.
It sounds amazing, but it has Nicolas Cage, so I have my doubts.
Nicolas Cage is amazing.
Times two.
Nicolas Cage is a treasure.
National treasure.
A national
But,
treasure.
I knew where that was going.
I walked right into that one.
He's also a
Sure.
pig.
He's a-
I mean, you guys
The
all saw
pig.
Ghosts
I
of
would say
Prisoners of Ghostland.
Micah. I can't believe you're asking me how to pronounce something, but
Because I like to hear you say it.
He still hasn't published Pig.
Maika.
No.
I thought.
I'll get on that tomorrow.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive because he likes to release Taylor pods like kind of sporadically.
It's probably,
That's fair.
Like you got to have
That's for the best.
You
or
gotta
not,
have
or not at all.
You got to have some.
Sometimes way more.
You got to have some gaps in there, you know. So
So,
You ought to just cut up my audio and include it in other pods that I'm not even a part of.
I've been starting to do that now.
Yes, he has.
It's probably for the best.
You know, this was one of Cameron's favorite movies, right?
really good.
See?
See, it was right there.
So this has Micah Monroe, Nicolas Cage, Blair Underwood. Who else was I seeing in here? Kerna Shipka, the Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Sure.
She was also in the Mad Men.
Negative Ghost Rider on Sabrina. That's
No.
Melissa Joan Hart.
Not that one, the new one. Would you like to do the Parents Guide?
Yeah. Okay, so the Parents Guide it's rated R for bloody violence, disturbing images, and some language. Just some.
Nice.
Not a lot. Sex and nudity is none. Sorry.
Boo.
Close. Violence and gore is severe. Profanity is moderate. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking is mild. And frightening and intense scenes is mild. Just kidding. It's severe.
Oh, that joke got Taylor. Cast a draw.
And apparently herself.
She laughs at her own jokes.
So, question before this gets started: do we figure out why it's titled Longlegs?
I could tell you, Cameron.
Oh, because you already read all. You already read all the trivia already, but that's also why you want to stay. So this is good.
So there's some trivia I want you to include because I want to see if they get to it organically.
Well, no.
Rob
you have
will.
to know serial killers to get it. You
Okay.
have to know serial killers to get it.
Okay.
So,
So we'll all get it.
I mean, I'm not claiming
well, if
to
you've
know
read up on
serial
the
killers.
Zodiac Killer, you will.
Read up.
Okay. Jake Gyllenhaal.
I just read the Ted Cruz forums. Ted Cruz's dad is Zodiac.
Oh my God! Shut up, Taylor.
And with that, let's watch this movie.
There she is,
What'd you guys think?
little angel.
Cameron really liked it.
He's a creepy son of a bitch. I think they crushed it with the trailer.
Yeah, they did, for sure.
With the little voicemail
Yeah.
that we called into. They killed all that.
And that was lines straight from the movie, apparently.
Yep. Maybe the first 60 minutes were pretty solid. And I was like, oh, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, it
Tailed off quickly.
Took a hard left.
did what I thought it was going to do, but in a different way.
Go on.
Well, the way I kept thinking of it was like, have you seen, maybe not Cameron,
Thank you.
Fallen with Denzel Washington, and there's a demon that transports by touch
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
A much better movie.
version of this.
Yes.
That's what I was originally thinking, but it's same thing done just weirder.
Differently.
Doll
Yeah.
Not a fan of the doll.
I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed the movie for the most part. There were some weird dips, and then you just have Nicolas Cage randomly screaming in the car, which I'm fine with.
You almost have to have it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And singing. I like that he was compared to Will. Are you going to talk in this podcast, Jared?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. Yeah, I'm gonna say some stuff.
What kind of a question is that? Yeah, I'm talking.
Yeah, here, let me start with this. This movie feels like, you know what this feels like? It
What
feels
does it feel like?
As a woman,
It
what
feels
does it feel like, Taylor?
It feels like that super beautiful girl that you've had a crush on. You got her to say yes to go out with you, and like, oh, it's gonna be great. And you take her out, and you go to dinner, and she's a total bitch to the wait staff, like super rude, and you go, oh no, oh no.
I don't know about this one.
I want to go now.
I want to take her home to mom.
That's what this movie feels like to me.
There you have it.
I thought that was going a different direction of she has
Yeah.
a dick.
Like the rest of the movie, it's going in a different direction.
You take her home and she has a dick. And you're like, oh no.
Tell us more, Cameron.
Oh no.
Did you have some bad experiences there, bud?
Only good experiences.
Okay. Here.
Worst birthday present ever.
No shit.
I don't look. There's a lot of good filmmaking here. It's just like the overall package just seems unsatisfying to me. Like, I like the way it's shot. I like the ambiance
Yeah.
of the whole thing. And then, you know, at a certain point, they're like, well, he's got to have an accomplice. And you sit there in the movie and you're like, well, there's only 5 people in this movie. So it's one of
Options
them.
are limited.
Yeah, that's right. And so you kind of just know.
Well, and after seeing her one time, you're
Exactly.
like, yep.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as she checks up on mom, you're like, huh. She doesn't look too healthy.
Yeah. So it's like a twist that's not really a twist because it's like the most obvious thing. And I just go,
Dang.
what else
There's-
you got?
Felt like there was a lot of buildup and kind of anticlimactic ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, and you had the big exposition dump of stuff that you kind of already figured out. So like half of that didn't feel necessary when they were doing like the mom narrating over
Yeah.
the
Telling the
Montage.
story.
in bed
Yeah.
and stuff. Like a lot of that. Okay, yeah, we already figured most of that out. That could have been scooched down to explain what those balls are, or hinted something else. The little phantasm balls. I think it's the way the first half of the movie is a cop suspense, like 7,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it changes halfway through, and
Yeah.
you're sure that it's occult stuff. I don't know if
Feels
it's
like
better or
some
worse.
Amityville horror stuff going on there.
Has anybody
Satan made me do it because that was almost the exact same headline they used in the
Yeah.
original Amityville horror.
seen
No.
his first movie before this called The Black Coat's Daughter?
I have not.
I missed that one.
I think I made it all the way through that one.
Well, it's about a girl at a girls' boarding
like a
school.
private prep boarding school. Yeah.
And throughout, there's this supernatural question of, is something supernatural going on? And at the end of it, it turns out that, yes, she's a devil worshiper. Does it sound familiar? And so to see 2 movies in a row where, yeah, it's devil worship, I'm just kind of like, oh, man. I'm really looking forward to the next movie where something's
About being
possessed
a
by
devil
the devil.
worshiper.
Yeah.
Well, this one had Nicolas Cage. That's the difference.
I will say this: as creepy as Cage was, he's more creepy when you don't see his entire face. When they keep it a secret from you, like the whole time, when we first see the girl and she sees him,
When you're catching nose down.
nose down, all of that vibe is way more creepy than seeing the white powder donut face that he has going on.
I mean, every shot in this was made for suspense, whether it was close or backed up, so you could see the space around them where
Yeah.
someone would
Yep.
enter frame.
Yep.
They did a good job of those. It was what we're talking about. Like, it's close up, but it's with a wide angle lens, so it has the look of something could walk up on you at any time. There's room for play, and the long hallways and shit like that they use just beef that up. They did a great job with all of that. The cinematography I thought were really good.
Even in the convenience store where you're starting to see more of him, they still kept it kind of a secret.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Use the hair to cover a lot of it. there.
Yeah.
Or like the
Get-
column, he'd kind of
Yeah.
walk with it while the camera moved.
And hell, I mean,
You're watching him from the mirror instead of
Yeah.
directly at him.
Nick Cage is crazy enough where he's like, no, I need to be seen. And he probably forced his hand to be seen. But if they didn't show him, it would have been way more creepy.
Yeah.
He was giving off some real Otis vibes.
I mean, also, that's the guy. Like, wouldn't anybody in town be like, he's fucking creepy?
Yeah,
Wait, maybe we should call the cops on this
Hey.
guy.
Has anyone
The
seen
creepy
this guy?
guy's back, Dad.
Yeah.
So
The 90s.
I'll read this because this is Osgood Perkins, the director, talking about where he based this character off of. So the first shot is a quote from the band T-Rex. That's a lyric from a T-Rex song. And here is the lead singer of T-Rex.
That's exactly him. Yeah.
Was that the painting in the background?
Huh?
Maybe.
And so his
It's
explanation...
not pasty enough.
Yeah. His explanation of this character is, it just ended up making sense that I would make Longlegs into this glam guy who had sort of had his life disrupted in the 70s, Perkins says. He just wanted to be a glam rock guy. He maybe plays a guitar kind of badly in his mom's basement. And one day his life changed and he had to go to work for the devil.
Is that not a buddy comedy?
Charles Manson.
So it's like, he's like just this loser who decided to start worshiping the devil, and the devil goes, yeah, this guy's the one.
You're in.
Yeah.
Shit got
What's your
real.
favorite quote from the movie Spawn?
Why does God get all the good followers and we get stuck with all the retards?
There you go.
Yeah, it's like, what if you made that into a serious movie? And here's
here it is.
what it is.
Yeah, the other stuff, the psychic thing that they threw on top of all this, just like, you know what, fuck it, let's connect her to him somehow.
Yeah.
Don't understand
Aside
where
from
that came
meeting
from.
him when she was 9
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if that was something that came with her mom.
and him living in her basement the
Yeah,
entirety of her life.
Yeah, I don't know where that comes into play.
That's kind of interesting. Oh, that's kind of foreshadowing too. When they catch him and they're whatever at the FBI facility.
He did
And-
have a guitar case when they caught him.
Yep.
He did.
Did he?
He did. Harker asked, "Where is he now?" And the answer is right beneath your feet.
Yep. Where he's always been.
Shit.
Oh yeah,
At least until she was 18.
Damn, Taylor. That movie just got better. Right beneath your feet.
Yeah.
Let
he lives here.
let that settle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Better check your basement when you get home tonight, Taylor.
I've got I've got a, y'all are gonna disagree with me on this. I would have preferred a non-Nicolas Cage actor to play that character.
Did you read who the only other option was?
No, who was it?
According to the director, it was Nick Cage and
Please say John Travolta.
Brad Pitt.
Why?
I have no idea. I'm like, It's Nick Cage.
That's
well,
not
Brad could have done really well there. I think
That's not even a question.
But see, yeah. How about nobody? Like, how about a nobody
No.
do that?
No.
Because like when I look at that character, I go, oh, Nicolas Cage is being weird.
Yeah, it's got baggage with Nick Cage.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to do the goofy rock star,
Which is exactly what you just read. That's what he
I
wanted.
mean, that's Nick Cage.
Yeah.
That was Nick Cage version of that.
Yeah, it's just
I
like
say Val Kilmer 20 years ago could have done it.
Yeah.
yeah. It's my Leonardo DiCaprio problem. Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio is playing a detective. It's Leo. Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio is playing a Wall Street guy. Okay. But it's never like
You disassociate too much because it's them doing the thing that they do.
yeah. It's never like they never like disappear into the character.
You don't think he was creepy?
You know who could have done
No,
it?
I think he was creepy, but I'm still going.
Do you think Brad Pitt would have been creepier?
He wants nobody.
There's no way.
He wants Joe Schmo off the side of the road.
Yeah, sure. Get some stage actor that nobody knows to come out here and just like vamp. I thought Nicolas Cage was good. I just look at it and I go, okay, it's another Nicolas Cage performance. Okay.
You know who I think could have pulled it off? James McAvoy. I feel like he could have pulled that character off.
There's a lot of people. Nicolas Cage pulled it off. He pulled it off. I would prefer.
Not Nicolas Cage?
When I see the bottom of his mouth in the first frame, I know what the top half looks like. Looks like Nicolas Cage.
This top half looked different.
It's a lot of plaster and putty on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing his own mask,
Hopefully.
it looked like the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled it out of his collection.
Just close your eyes. It feels better.
Yeah.
Forever.
I'm trying to be positive here. I like the psychic scene where they're testing her psychic abilities and they're like, okay, what do we got in the 90s? We've got a slide projector and we'll just throw out a random number generator. And that's how we test for psychics in the FBI.
Yeah, apparently this is connected to Stephen King's works somehow.
Yeah.
We've got the PsyOps division ready to go.
Yeah, I like that. That the FBI, they're not like, oh, they tell me you're a psychic. Like the guy was like, okay, yeah, you're a psychic. I'm down for that. Like he was.
They didn't skip a beat.
Yeah, he was like, okay, you beat the number generator. What do you say? 8 out of.
She got 8 right. Only
She got 50%.
the other lady is the only other one that got 8 right.
Yeah,
The Asian chick that got shot.
The Asian cop was like,
She's like,
"Are
well,
you
I
sure
also
she's
got
ready for
8
this?"
wrong.
Oh, the Asian cop got more right.
I think that's who was sitting in the car earlier when Harkin was sitting. Harkin or Harker?
Harker.
Harker.
Grr.
When Harker was sitting in the back seat and they're
Easy
talking
on
about
the
how many you got right, and she's like, well, I also got 8 wrong.
Well, I guess.
And I feel like he says it. He's like, yeah, I got 0 right.
Yeah. I take 50% psychic over no psychic. I think that's what he says.
pretty much.
Are you sure
Yeah.
she's ready for this? He's like, she's psychic. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Bitch has been living with Nick Cage for years.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Well, I mean, she did get the first bad guy on the right try.
So
Nope, this is the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Got her partner killed, but
Yeah, that must have been the other half. Is the half where she didn't tell her partner, "Hey, maybe stand a little off to the door."
right, that's on him for not being ready.
Well,
that scene kind of bothered me. Like this dude's capping off people who answer the door, and then I'm just gonna go run up to my room and sit on my bed to get captured. What?
I don't know if you know this or not, but a lot of serial killer people, they're pretty disordered. I mean,
I don't know.
And they
man.
They're
don't
not
wanna
all
die.
there.
yeah.
Most of them don't want to die, so they'll surrender.
It's like, hey, I'm gonna go sit on my bed.
Like, I heard what that felt like.
Yeah.
So let's talk about these dolls. Did you get anything more out of it the second time with how the dolls work?
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
I think it's all kind of there where
It's just we're going to give these to you to get them in your house to persuade you with satanic thought, essentially.
he puts devil magic in the orbs and puts the orbs in their heads and drops the dolls in the house
And boy, does it work quick.
and that's it. Yeah, that's the thing that kind
It
of
does.
Speedy move, yeah.
It's like the Alka-Seltzer bubbles, man. When you see it, shit's working.
It's on.
Shit's working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that makes sense if he, like, part of the mom's charge was you have to stay and watch and make sure it happens. And, you know, if it's a slow process.
Well, apparently she's ready to
Okay, we're
finish
out,
the
yeah.
job, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Gotta have a plan B.
that closer really bothered me again. It bothered me the first time, but it bothered me again the second time because when he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go off to the kitchen and kill you now," hey, try harder to stop him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a weapon right now.
He told you exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And the mom called it out loud.
Yeah.
She's
No,
already dead.
She's already dead.
I did like all right, I'll be back. Or
No,
hurry back from the kitchen. Well, I'll be back from the kitchen. She'll still
No,
be
you
in
won't.
there.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we, while we're talking about the dolls and the killings, going to the camera family, crazy last name, this one seemed like it was a little bit more prolonged, though, or maybe hours and not minutes, because the priest was there. Dad knew that something was afoot to go get the local priest to come in and say, something's going on.
Hold on.
Because he was there.
You're adding that in.
The priest was there.
Yeah, the priest was there,
The
but
priest was there, but
you don't know how he got there. You're coloring that in
He coulda-
yourself.
You think like Sunday school at the camera house?
I don't know. I don't know why the priest was there.
I would assume after the end that they
You're making your own
called the
assumptions
church just like a thank you. The guy from the church is here. The guy's like, we
Hey.
didn't send anybody. I'm coming over.
that could work.
That was my assumption after
But
the
it's still
reveal.
it's still
Because-
longer than what we just saw.
Yeah.
Where she's just
Well,
sitting
not
on the
necessarily.
couch taking it in.
so from the time she got the phone call, says you're going to miss Ruby's birthday party. Get in the car, drive over there. Like, what's the time frame on
and
that?
we don't know how long she was knocked out.
5
right?
minutes.
Are we?
I mean, what you're saying is there
If
seems
it's
to
30
be
minutes. This is a small town.
some logical inconsistencies in this devil worshipping Nick Cage.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I
Also-
agree.
You mean devil worshippers aren't 100% logical?
Well, maybe that's just the writers.
writer?
Or
He wrote it. It's one guy.
All on his shoulders.
Hey, man. When Trap sucks, I blame Shyamalan. That's all I'm saying.
We did. We did believe it.
it was decent though.
That's the thing. You keep telling
But
yourself
that's what's so
that.
frustrating about it.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
You keep telling yourself that. And part of you is right. And the other part of you, you're like,
Deep down inside.
But Nick Cage bashed his head in on a table.
He was committed to that.
That
one.
was a great scene.
yeah,
That was fun.
yeah. I mean, took his face off.
You got face deep in it.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Took his face off.
Yeah, he did. His Mickey Rourke face.
Yeah. Is her house the first house he ever went to?
Well, we don't know, do we?
We don't know.
He was just bringing a doll to that house
That's right.
when it happened.
He seemed to be raring to kill her himself.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she was supposed to be. Lee and her mom were supposed to be victim number 1, or 1 and 2,
Right.
family number 1, and then as she's going into her lovely little bedtime story, there, she explains, I begged and pleaded for your life.
And the devil is
You
really
get to
into
grow
9-year-old girls, apparently.
Yeah,
She's a
related to
great.
Michael Jackson too.
She's a great sales lady. I mean, she sold
But
it.
yeah, like her.
Yeah, I'll kill families.
Hey,
I got you.
You're gonna hail Satan for the rest of time and do the Dark Lord's bidding
Yeah.
in exchange for your daughter's life, and then that's
Crimson
She
or
was-
Clover.
yeah. She went in the whole thing of you intentionally didn't remember that or you
Right.
blocked it out, whatever
See, I would have.
whatever he did.
I would have gone to the cops if I were her. After he untied me, okay, we're not doing that. I'm gonna go to the police. Like I needed something. Okay, let's do like a blood ritual where you've pledged yourself to the devil. Where going to the cops is not gonna work anymore because you have committed.
Well, I mean, they could have. It could have been, one of those dark orb spells, the same as he puts in the dolls, because she did call the cops initially and didn't follow up with it. So, I mean, she had the opportunity to do it, but if she's under the same sort of devil magic that everybody else is when they voluntarily murder their families, I feel like that could, if it's strong enough to get you to kill the remainder of your family and then suicide yourself, that it's probably strong enough to get you to recant a statement to the police.
Yeah.
She also lived in the whitest house in the world. So clean.
And he just knew that was it because it was so white.
Just him randomly singing. Oh, I loved it.
24 minutes of the birthday song
yeah.
sounds like the worst birthday ever.
How long does that go on? For 24 minutes.
Is that in any of the
24
bonus
more.
footage? Did he do 24? Did he do it? You stay in character, then just do the whole thing.
I bet they ran it.
I'm sure we can find it.
You
Yeah,
know
there's
they
a-
just let that run.
There's a cut.
Man, we should have sent that to you for your birthday.
I was going to say, I
Rob.
need to send that to everybody for their birthday from now on.
I can't wait.
You're coming up.
Yeah. You sent it to Big Robbie. If only we could get midget Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Little person Nicolas Cage
Yes.
singing it.
That'd be
If you're out there, we'll pay extra.
little Nick. Anything else you guys want to talk about in this movie?
I like Kieran Shipka. Her little thing in the crazy house in the loony bin.
I didn't recognize her at first.
Mm-hmm.
Cut all her hair off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way she talked to Harker,
Finest peaches.
that was fun.
Well,
That was a fun scene.
that's what happens when you grow up in the Draper household.
Be
No
fine
doubt.
as peaches as the ground got closer to me. Like whatever she said,
Yeah.
What was that line?
I
And
just
that was one of the. This is definitely a satanic or a supernatural thing.
Yeah.
When it's like, oh yeah, he came
Is
and
it-
talked to her, and now she's
She snapped out of it when the doll's eyes opened that they pulled out of the
yeah.
barn floor.
But she clearly was not. She belonged in the nut house.
She was in yeah.
yeah, when the doll's eyes open. Yeah, I didn't notice that. You're probably right. Huh.
They said something about it.
Did they?
Well, they weren't specific, but the timeline lined up.
Yeah,
When
that
they
makes
found it
sense.
all.
They found the doll the day before, and he's like, "It's the craziest thing. She'd been catatonic for 7 years, and all of a sudden, yesterday, after she got her visitor, and he put
Yeah.
Lee Harker's name in there,
Yeah.
which I mean, he's been setting that up for years because he's been clearly watching her grow up from beneath her feet. But the same time he went to go visit the crazy girl, the camera girl, was the same time Harker found the doll. So technically, she did visit her in
Yeah.
a satanic spiritual sense from afar.
So you're telling me
Why
you
is
guys
that?
don't check IDs at the insane asylum?
Oh, that would be a great practice.
Sounds like a great idea.
But no, we don't do that here.
But that's absolute. That's very 90s.
Oh,
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess we should do that, shouldn't we? Shit.
Hey,
Oh.
Bill, take a note.
Hope nobody ever gets on planes.
I was going to say, that was the same time they let everybody through the security checkpoint,
Yeah.
whether you had a ticket or not.
Yeah.
Still drive to high school with gun on your truck. Gun rack.
Yeah.
Oh, the 90s.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a question. When is like DNA evidence getting popular? Is that the 80s or the 90s? Like the
I was wondering
early
that too when
90s?
she said there's no DNA.
Yeah.
Well, there wouldn't be if it's a doll.
And the mom was wrapped head to toe with the nun stuff.
Yeah.
So she ain't shedding.
Yeah, but I mean they're not checking the couch on the other side of the house for DNA evidence when he stabbed everybody in the kitchen or the bedrooms.
To be swabbing these envelopes, though.
Because again, while they brought the doll, neither the mom nor Senior Longlegs actually did any of the killings.
Right.
I'd
and they
watch
only
that
touched
movie.
the doll.
I'd watch that, Taylor.
I love all the pictures of the presidents that were around. There's Bill Clinton at the FBI office.
We want you to know what
There's a
year
Richard
it is.
Nixon in there somewhere, too.
Richard Nixon in the farmhouse.
This is how you know
So
it was
we'll
in the
go
past.
we'll go with 94.
Yeah.
That seems like a good guess.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, aside from the SWAT vehicle, like half the cop cars we saw were still like
Yeah.
old school Crown Vics,
Yeah.
like the old box body Crown Vics.
So that scene where they pull up to arrest him, that's where I really started to feel the air going out of the balloon here. Because I was like,
what did the cops say?
How did they know he was at the bus station?
excuse me, sir.
Aside
I'm
from
going
her
to need you
being
to get the
psychic.
fuck on the ground.
Yeah.
Really calmly, too.
Yeah.
We all just laughed, and to Taylor's point, it's like, well, here we go.
Yeah, well, they just picked him up.
We're assuming you just murdered 37 people over the last 20 years
Yeah.
on the ground, sir. We'd like you to come with us.
He's just standing at the bus stop. I was like, okay, we're building up to like Jodie Foster going into Buffalo Bill's house here, and
Right.
she's got and then it's just like, no, they just pick him up.
No, they did that scene in the beginning. We didn't need it again.
Yeah.
Like the scene that would have been the end scene where she's going through the house and clearing it felt like it would have been
Yeah.
the last scene.
Yeah.
But that's not what this movie is.
Yeah.
Satan.
And I mean, okay,
He follows his own algorithm, remember?
He does indeed.
I appreciate it for doing something different. I would have just liked something better. Yeah.
Differenter?
That's the only way I can say it. I don't know. It's like,
I don't want to be here anymore.
Will you watch it 3 times?
no, that's going to be it for me.
You're done.
That's going to be it for me, and it might be it for me for Osgood Perkins.
No, you're going to have 2 bottles of wine 18 months from now, and we're going to get a group text that says, so I broke down and watched it again, and here's what I think this time through.
I still think it should have been
Director's
better.
cut.
No, I got a good sense of this. I'm good. It's like first time I ate that steakhouse, it was cooked well done. Maybe I got it on a bad night. I go back and it's fucking this is fish. This is fish. I got a steak, motherfucker. I'm not coming back again.
Did you watch the same movie? I lost you in that metaphor somewhere.
I lost myself in that metaphor. Yeah.
I hope we can hear this thing printing
Cobweb.
during the whole
Probably.
pod.
Cobweb is if you're gonna watch Longlegs, don't and watch Cobweb instead. Cobweb is the Halloween shit. So take a big whiff.
Well, that ties up with you perfectly.
Surprised we got him out of the bathroom long enough to watch this movie.
No more, wherever he goes, it's just shit.
We love you, Taylor.
Thanks, guys.
I say it's worth a watch. I mean, I'm not disappointed I watched it, but it's not going to be high on my list for rewatchability, for sure. And I feel like I've seen this movie 12 times in the last 2 years with the Hereditary and all that stuff that's been going on. It's the same feel that they're trying to remake, and they can't quite capture the same magic from the movie that kicked it back off again, which I think Hereditary was really the first kickoff for satanic possession and all that. Beheading, sweet beheading.
Yes.
But that's how I felt at the end of it.
Hereditary, much better movie with a much meatier performance by the lead.
They've been killing it on all their stuff.
Yeah.
But Cameron, you gonna watch it again?
Nope.
No.
But I needed to watch it. This was one that I needed to watch, just based on, again, the trailer, the voicemail that we did with James, all of it. It needed to happen.
Are you upset you watched it?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not upset. Now, again, if I watch it again, I still don't think I'll be to Taylor's level of upset, but I don't need to watch it again.
I've got a theory.
He's got a
Do you
theory.
believe it?
He's got a theory.
He's got a theory. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But that could be the first incarnation of Art the Clown.
Oh.
Just a little powder on the face, a little fucked up nose and chin and everything.
What county was this? Was this Miles County?
It was in Oregon.
Who's Art the fucking clown?
Get out.
Are you serious?
No.
Is that a real question?
Is that Terrifier stuff?
It is Terrifier stuff.
There's a picture of him right there.
Yeah. It's never a good sign of a movie when you got to write fan fiction in order to make it feel better.
What are we referring to now?
That you're making this into Terrifier fan fiction.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a good thing.
Not great, Dan. Not great.
All right. I think that's it for it's not like Silence of the Lambs. I don't know who said that. You were wrong.
Dude, the fucking...
It was in the trivia, too. Like, some people are seeing the parallels between this and Silence of the Lambs.
That's you're clutching. You're grasping at straws there.
It's one of the things that made me so angry. Is I got fucking lied to by the marketing, by a very good marketing campaign that was like, oh, it's like the modern day Silence of the Lambs. I got in there and I go, motherfucker.
They only got to get your money one time.
Yep,
Sure did.
They got me.
It was a pretty high-grossing film.
Got me. I got.
Yeah, they got me. That's what I was expecting. This was not that.
It's all right.
Hold that light to your shelf, Dr. Lecter. Tell me what you say.
Next time, you'll still eat the bait. I promise you. I promise.
Every time. Can't help it. All right, Longlegs. Check it out or don't, I guess.
It's worth a watch.
I would watch it if nothing else. You got Nicolas Cage singing in weird paint and makeup. It's skip to those parts if you need to.
He's an artist.
It's worth a watch. Charlie, take us home.
Are we recording?
Times. You are a sick freak, though.